Venus Retrograde 2021. Oshun and Oya join hands. Venus is the second closest planet to Earth. Second to Mercury, it's Oshun's planet, the planet of love, sensuality, material values, and beauty. For those that practice with Orisha, this would be a good time to appease the great mother Oshun. She is a potent planet of the divine feminine energy who rules over the signs Taurus, the fixed earth, and Libra, the cardinal wind. By the way, these two sun and moon signs are the most affected when Venus goes into retrograde. She does so about every 18 months, and she retrogrades between 40 and 42 days. And for those of us that don't know what retrograde is, it's when a planet appears to be moving backwards in the sky, where its orbit is so fast that it actually takes a minute to stand still, which makes it appear to be moving backwards. Esoterically, retrogrades are a period of rest, reflection, closure, and things of that sort. People look at retrogrades as a bad thing because we want to move forward, rush forward, run into the future. But sometimes forward movement is in sitting still and reflecting, a way to move forward by looking back, if you will. And this year, 2021, she begins her retrograde on one of the last 2 days of autumn equinox and Sagittarius season. Venus goes into retrograde on Sunday, December 19th, 2021. That's a day that vibrates on the divine numerical 9. Enter Oya. Saturn carries some oversight during this retrograde, as it carries through Capricorn season, which is ruled by Saturn, and Aquarius season, that's half ruled by Saturn. Now Saturn is the trickster planet of earthly karma. Venus will retrograde for the duration of Capricorn season and 9 days into Aquarius season. As it carries through Capricorn season, which is ruled by Saturn, and Aquarius season, that's half ruled by Saturn. Now Saturn is the trickster planet of earthly karma. Venus retrogrades on a full moon in Cancer, ruled by the moon, another dose of divine feminine energy. This year's Venus retrograde will spearhead the waning moon that will engulf the Christmas holidays, Kwanzaa, the Gregorian New Year's Eve and Day, and the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday will all be under the Venus retrograde. And the African way of the stars, Venus's retrograde moves through the season of the harvest in the granary, as well as the baobab tree. Now, Venus deals a lot with love and relationships, and the love just doesn't deal with the intimate love. This year's Venus retrograde brings about a deep reflection of all the loves in your life. The love with self, the love that's intimate, the love that's family, the love that's spiritual family, the love that's community, and the love of your divine mission. So when Venus goes into retrograde, many relationships will experience turbulence during this time, the imbalanced and balanced alike. If your relationship is healthy and balanced, this Venus retrograde will take you through some periods of reflection where you can master the little things that helped you fall in love. Venus retrograde can be very essential to power couples. This is an ideal time to reflect on things that strengthen your vibration. Forgiveness and compassion seem to be floating somewhere around in there so that you don't hold on to things that harden your heart and keep you from love. If you are a survivor of a toxic, abusive, narcissistic type of connection, you may want to beef up your spiritual security, because retrograde brings about reflections of the past past relationships, sometimes in the form of manifested ex-lovers. Oftentimes, they're just a pop quiz from the universe to see if you've learned the lesson you need to learn from them, or if they are a universal repeat course that you need to take again. Should you cross paths with a toxic ex, be not fooled by the tricky honey on their lips, because the honey on their lips does not negate from the inevitable two-edged sword that awaits should you take them back. If you are single, this Venus retrograde calls you to examine your love language. How has it changed? How does love apply to your life? And how can you adjust your being to the honest truth of the language of your love? In general, it's a good time to reflect on all the beauty in your life and give thanks, and release all that doesn't reflect your truest of love in all areas. Venus retrograde is a good time for dealing with underlying self-issues and defining your truth as to what makes your life beautiful. Venus retrogrades are not a good time for weddings, starting a relationship, or any type of cosmetic surgery procedure. So between now and January 29th, it's a good idea to keep your schedule free of scheduling weddings, starting a relationship, or having a cosmetic procedure done. Venus retrograde 2021 will take us through the end of the Gregorian calendar year and straight through the 222 portal 2022 into a year of divine feminine and manifesting your long-awaited abundance. Venus retrograde ends on Saturday, there's that Saturn energy again, January 29th, 2022, and again, the day vibrates on a 9. Ashe or Ya. The moon will be waning in Sagittarius, as Sagittarius is present at the end of the retrograde as the house where the moon is waning. Mind you, Venus retrograde begins on one of the last 2 days of Sagittarius season, so there's a little Jupiter play in there as well. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So perhaps another message from the Venus retrograde this year is that whatever it is that we reflect on and bring a positive outcome to as far as love, value, sensuality, and beauty should go hand in hand with all that inspires you to aim your arrows high to expand your territory. Find where Venus is in your natal chart for deeper details on how Venus's retrograde is personal to you, and that's a deeper personal alignment. And should you need help understanding the Venus energy and your astrology chart, send a sister an email at iiiYansaje, iiiYansa at poeticallymuse.org. That's iiiYansaje at poeticallymuse.org. Ashe and happy Venus retrograde.